Super Show! Hooked on the brothers. Hooked on the brothers.
Welcome back yet again to another Funko Brothers Super Show here on the Arson Brothers Network. Thank you once again for joining us. Happy to be here as always, coming to you from the hashtag Arson Compound. But today, a little bit different. No hunts, no hauls, none of that. Mostly, well, all just news. But it is their New York Comic Con reveal special. And as most of you probably know or may know, last week Funko unveiled what will be coming out next week. All this at the time of recording, of course, for the New York Comic Con and with shared locations. So we thought we'd just come in and go over all of that for you real quick. So hopefully you can be ready to get what you want, what you need next week. And we're going to dive right in. The first, we're going to break this down sort of by category, I guess. And first we'll do DC Comics. So I guess I got my little DC stash here beside me. But I am on the computer in front of me, so forgive me if I'm up and down a bit. Alright, we'll start with, and this one leaked a while back, the Orange Chrome Batman. Always a Chrome Batman coming. Seems like with these cons, and this one will be with Toy Tokyo. So most likely part of that bundle. They may put up some singles. They do their things online a little differently. The bundle with all of their convention stuff seems to be the way to go. You can, you know, turn around, flip off what you don't want in that potentially. But, you know, do you, but that is Toy Tokyo. And of course, if you're fortunate enough to get to the con, hey, even better. Also, there will be an Arthur Curry from Aquaman, the new movie. A first appearance Wonder Woman. Now, both of these will be Hot Topic exclusives as far as the, well, Hot Topic shared, I guess I should say. Also, The Flash and Superman, a racing 2-pack. Pretty cool there, and this will be at GameStop. Also, we're going to see a Superman Chrome 3-pack, red, white, and blue. And I think this thing's pretty cool. Just Superman and the American theme goes hand in hand for me. And FYE will be getting this 3-pack. Also, in DC, we're getting a couple 5-star figures. We will be getting a Golden Midas Batman that will be shared with GameStop. And also, it's worth noting, if you're in Canada, of course, GameStop, EB Games will be getting these in Canada. But here in the United States, will be at GameStop. And the other 5-star here for DC is a pink version of Harley Quinn, and this will be shared with Hot Topic. Next up, we have a music pop announced, and this was leaked pretty early too, so you may have saw it, but Notorious B.I.G. with The Crown, the now infamous picture, poster, whatever that's seemingly everywhere. This will also be Toy Tokyo. And we got a couple games, video game announcements. A 6-inch Reinhardt from Overwatch will be with GameStop. And EB Games, of course, in Canada. And also from Fallout, a Soltron. And that will also be GameStop EB Games. And we have a Garbage Pail Kids announcement, and it is a metallic version of the Atom Bomb. This thing looks pretty cool. It is limited to 3,000 pieces, so that's going to be a tough one, but it will be shared with Toy Tokyo. You will have a shot at it, even if you're not at the con, potentially at least. Next up, Star Wars. We're going to be getting a Captain Rex. I know a lot of people excited about this one. I think it's pretty cool myself, and it will be shared with Hot Topic. And that seems to be, Hot Topic seems to get the Star Wars con shared things. They kind of go almost, you can kind of figure out by category who's going to get them anymore. They must have some kind of deals with stores, or maybe it's just a thing. But it does seem to be they go sort of hand in hand throughout these cons, I have noticed. And next up we got Marvel, a lot of locations for these, quite a few items. First up we'll start with, there's going to be a Dorbs. And that is of Ironheart, pretty cool looking Dorbs, and this will be at FYE. Also, a huge one here, the movie moments, and we sort of knew this was coming as well. Hulkbuster versus Hulk, giant movie moment. This will be shared with Walgreens. Also, we're going to get an Okoye with the red dress and the removable wig, so a sort of new feature, pretty cool. And that will be shared with Amazon, and they actually, Amazon, the only place I know that does this, and I don't know how exactly it works, but they will put up pre-orders for their con stuff. They've already done this one as of time of recording, Okoye, and the an upcoming one in the Disney, which we'll get to. I got in on those pre-orders, but most likely they will pop back up for pre-order before next week, probably once or twice. It's weird how Amazon does that, but then of course they will be there on October 4th for the NYCC release. Timing, not for sure, 3 a.m. probably. Most of these things are going to be that night. We'll go over that a bit towards the end of this. Also, continuing in the Marvel, we'll be getting in the Gold Chrome, the 10-year Marvel Studio line, Shuri from the Black Panther, and that will be a GameStop EB Games shared. And we will be getting a new version of Carnage with the tentacles, or the tendrils, what have you. That will be a hot topic, so that thing looks pretty cool. I know FYE just got their exclusive Carnage that's pretty much the same pop without the tendrils, but it's cool. And my understanding, as of day of recording, of course, yesterday it hit FYE, 6 of them hit our local FYE, and my understanding, at least through sources today, is that they're all gone. So this Carnage seems to be moving quick, but they are very cool looking pops. Also, we'll be getting a classic Spider-Woman, and this will be shared with Entertainment Earth, so a chance to get that online as well. And probably my favorite of the actual pops from Marvel will be our last one here, Korg and Meek holding his little buddy there. I love Korg, and this is just fantastic. I didn't ever get to pick up that last Korg pop that was out. Still like to get it, of course, but definitely want this one. And that will be GameStop and EB Games as well. And that does it for Marvel. Now we'll do Hanna-Barbera. Everything here, as usual with Hanna-Barbera line, will be shared with Funko Shop. First up is a vinyl 2-pack, Huckleberry Hound and Snagglepuss. Pretty cool looking vinyl there. And of course, as I said, Funko Shop. And then there will be 4 new Hanna-Barbera pops. All these pretty cool. Jabberjaw, really cool one there. Dum Dum, another cool one. Baba Louie, and then I guess the big piece for this Hanna-Barbera line, the glow-in-the-dark Funky Phantom. Some of these pics have been leaked beforehand, but we now know this will be a 1,000 piece count, and that includes stuff going to the con floor and what will be dropped online. So this one is going to be tough to get, but a very cool looking pop. Next, TV animation announced a metallic Beast Boy from Teen Titans Go, and that's going to be 3,000 pieces and shared with Toy Tokyo, assumingly will be in a bundle. We don't know these about the bundle, but that's seemingly how Toy Tokyo works. And also from Rick and Morty, a cool looking one here, Gearhead, and that one will be shared with Target. And then into the TV line announced. First up, an Action Figures 4-pack of Married with Children, all the characters there, and that's pretty cool. That'll be shared with Target. From New Girl, the sitcom, CC will be available at FYE shared. And then this 2-pack, I guess, is technically how it would be, and this is pretty funny. I'm very interested, and I know AB Junior Luke, we've talked about this. Will this be 2-pack price? If so, that's silly because it's just a box. But nonetheless, I think it's cool. It's Jan and her friend George Glass, who, as you'll see there, is non-existent. Also from Doctor Who, and forgive me if I butcher this name. I do not watch Doctor Who. I know that I should, but Vajda Narada, I think it would be the correct pronouncing of that, and that is Glow in the Dark. Doctor Who will be with Hot Topic. Also, Doug and Steve Butabi, SNL there. So that's a cool one, a 2-pack, and that will be Barnes & Noble. And from the Flash TV series, a glow-in-the-dark Killer Frost. I know a lot of people have been waiting on this Killer Frost pop for a very long, long time. And it is pretty cool looking, and that will be at Hot Topic with the share. And finally, in the TV from the Supergirl TV series, an actual Supergirl pop, and this thing neat looking as well, and that will be at Barnes & Noble. And moving right along, Disney, and I spoke first of in a Disney Amazon with their pre-order. I did get in on this, so watch for this. A 2-pack mystery vinyls in the 90th Mickey 90th birthday set, and those are black and white and quite cool. And again, Amazon will be the shared location for those. Also, Walmart will be getting this little whirlwind Mickey to go in that line, and that thing's pretty neat. Again, Walmart. And in the Kingdom Hearts run, Sora as Guardian, this will be shared with Walmart. Where else we at? Shere Khan with his hands together, I guess. Oh my goodness. From Tailspin. I'm going to knock my stuff over here. From Tailspin, and that will be at GameStop. And then what I think to be the big one in the Disney line, the Toy Story, from Toy Story, the Pizza Planet truck, Buzz Lightyear behind the wheel. This thing is epic. I think it's amazing. And I mean, the Pizza Planet truck, the Pizza Planet, the thing throughout all the Pixar movies, it's a cool thing. Buzz driving the classic scene. I think this thing's going to be hot. A pop ride. So the price point is up there, of course. $40 for these con rides. That hurts, but this thing is really cool. And again, box lunch is where we'll have this. Moving along now to anime, and we will see Brooke from One Piece, and that will be shared at Hot Topic. Again, some of these, forgive me on the names, I'm in and out with some of this stuff, so if I mess up, forgive me. I'm Eto, I don't know how to say, in Bandages from Tokyo Ghoul from Hot Topic. The Great Ape Vegeta, that's going to be a 6-inch, a big one, also at Hot Topic. And then the Blue Chrome Vegeta from Toy Tokyo. They always seem to get a chrome one. We got lucky, got that gold one last time, scored it here at the compound, actually got to send it home with the Arson Ninja, AB Ninja, however you want to say it. So that worked out for him. He's a huge DBZ fan, so happy that worked out. Okay, moving along quickly here. Movies, there will be a Rock Candy 2-pack. And man, I'm actually intrigued by this. Kind of wanted the Grady twins from The Shining. I have, as most everyone does, the Enchantress Rock Candy. I think everyone almost has that, but that's about it. It's just, they're cool, but I haven't picked it much up yet. But now this one's intriguing. Also, Margaret from the Royal Tenenbaums will be available in a rock candy form, and that will be from Funko Shop. Then we got 3 vinyl 2-packs, the first one being from Rushmore, and that will be shared with Box Lunch. Also, we will see Akeem and Randy from Coming to America. Very cool. I like this vinyl 2-pack a lot. Of course, I love Coming to America. But that will be available through Target with the share. And then another cool one here, Gremlins in their 3D glasses. This thing's neat too, and that will be shared at GameStop. And of course, EB Games in Canada. And then 2 pops to close out the movies. Coraline in her pajamas. That will be available through Hot Topic. And the Fugitive Predator from the new Predator movie. That will be available through Books A Million. Okay, a couple items here from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. An actual cereal. So a con shared cereal going to Funko Shop of knives, and so that's cool for. And then of course the twins will be also a pop 2-pack. You see, will be available also through the Funko Shop. And we're getting one from Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, and that will be Argure. Again, I'm probably butchering that name, but also shared through Amazon. I'm sure AB Sean Allen, Mr. Waldo, can tell you about that. I have not upped. He's a huge Harry Potter fan, which I am of the Harry Potter movies, but I haven't got to these prequels, I guess, yet. But I know he's up to par on that, so hopefully he's excited for that one. And speaking of Harry Potter, a couple really cool Harry Potter pops. Again, I love Harry Potter through the movies. Read a couple of the books. Should finish those out. But I haven't got into the pops. It's just such a massive undertaking to get in. So I'm staying clear of these, but I bet Mr. Sean is excited. Professor Quirrell, and that has the removable hat. So that's, again, or a turban, I guess, actually, excuse me. So that's pretty cool. These new features from Funko we're seeing coming are pretty cool. Again, that's with FYE. And Hermione Granger with the sorting hat. Again, another super cool pop. And that's going to Barnes & Noble. And finally, our last category, and one that's near and dear to my heart, Game of Thrones. And we're getting some cool stuff. heading towards this upcoming last season. Oh, can't wait. But Beric Dondarrion with the flaming sword. Oh, drill him for that thing. That's going to Barnes & Noble. Major one here, a 3-pack, the Creators 3-pack. How epic is this? Which it's Dave and Dan, and of course George R.R. Martin. This thing pretty cool, but it's going to be through Barnes & Noble. No piece count on this one, so maybe a little easier. But again, that 3-pack, the price point will be $35, a little steeper than your normal. Also, we'll be getting, going through the HBO shop. Well, first, there'll also be a George R.R. Martin single coming to Barnes & Noble at that same time. So, if you can't get the 3-pack, you can go for the GRRM single, however you choose to do that. Both of those at Barnes & Noble. Now, again, I said HBO shop, and this gets a little interesting, and a little confusing. It was announced HBO shop will be at New York Comic Con, of course, and they will be bringing, one exclusive pop with them, two, technically a con, but HBO shop exclusive, and it will go online. And that one is the Children of the Force metallic version. But also we see a ton of new commons coming, and they're going to be getting them first. So it's a sort of a first to release kind of thing. But all of these commons, minus the metallic version of the Children of the Force, will be going out for everyone. So pretty cool, just a neat little thing there, especially, like I said, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, a huge Game of Thrones Pops fan, so of course I'm loving this. But that is your NYCC, all your stuff, all your shared locations. Get ready. Alright, let's break it down. Here's how I go about this. You go about this your way, but here's mine. I like to get myself ready. I saw stuff drop the night before. This will be October 4th. So on October 3rd, get yourself ready. We've saw stuff come as early as like 9, 10 p.m. on that night before randomly. You just never know. But most stuff, some stores 12:30-ish, 1-ish, you will see some dropping. Most stuff around 3 a.m. that night, as far as online I'm speaking here. And then occasionally into the morning, but then again, Funko shop, of course, most of the time, and again, not guaranteed, but 10:30 that morning, they'll be ready. And of course, what I do, I sort of make my list of what I'm going for, where it's at, try to think of my availability online versus what I have available to go to in store if I'm going to make a run that morning. And everywhere's different, everyone's different. You got to do this your own way. But I recommend using Instagram sites, Twitter, Reddit, everything to help you watch for this stuff to come online, because it's a dance, and you gotta be ready to boogie. But that being said, we're gonna wrap this up. Just wanted to bring you all this NYCC stuff. We're coming back with a full episode here very soon, and that one should be a lot of fun. Lots of new goodies to show off for sure. But thank you so much for joining us here on the Funko Brothers Super Show on the Arson Brothers Network. If you're watching this week, get ready. About a month from today, we're running, we'll say here, our first pro wrestling show, a Halloween horror themed pro wrestling event like no other, Dead Leaves and the Dirty Ground. And you can find out all about that, of course, through our social media outlets, arsonbrothers.brownpapertickets.com if you want to get tickets. And yeah, I am Matt Cline at Blue Turtle Grass on pretty much all forms of social media, and at Arson Brothers. Also, please follow on all forms of social media as well. Thank you so much. Get out there, find these pops. Let us see. We want to see what you got for NYCC. If you got something good, send us a pic, send us a video. We'll put you in the show. Come on, send it up. But thank you so much again. We'll be back real soon. Stay hooked on the brothers.
Hooked on the brothers. Hooked on the brothers.